topic right here. Wonderful tweet from Sean Witriol. Cryptocurrency was designed to be spent. Now, I know most people, many people, I don't know, maybe not, maybe I'm wrong. I feel like a lot of people here are buying their SafeMoon to hoard it and sit on it and not ever spend it. Is that true? If everybody does that, though, there will not ever be any volume or reflections. So, how's that going to work? Think on that. Let's get it going. I can't wait for SafeMoon to release the SafeMoon Wallet. The Apple Pay feature from Simplex will be a complete game changer. Then we have the rocket, the satellite, and an astronaut. And I really like that astronaut emoji. Now, cryptocurrency was meant to be spent. That's basically, if you want to go all the way back to Bitcoin, what literally it was invented for. What I do think, though, is a lot of folks in the SafeMoon army, especially the early adopters, are, and I use this term lovingly, hoarders. We're trying to build ourselves a nice old pile of SafeMoon here so that we can sit back and collect reflections on it. Not necessarily be folks, excuse me, who are out there running around spending it all willy-nilly. You know, buy a pile with, or convert our fiat to SafeMoon and then go spend our SafeMoon on something. At the same time, though, we're out there preaching the volume, because without there being a ton of volume in SafeMoon, then we would not have any ability to collect reflections. So, bit of a double-edged sword there. We can't have everyone hoarding SafeMoon, or else no one would have any reflections to collect other than the initial buy-ins. But, not everyone has the patience or the desire to be a long-term investor. 5 years seems, if you look around on Twitter or Reddit, there's people who think 5 months is an outrageous amount of time to sit on a bag. So, that's reasonable, I guess, to think that those types of folks may not be looking at the long term. So what we need to consider then is what can SafeMoon do to drive use cases for those who do not want to be long-term holders. Because I think for a healthy ecosystem for a coin or a token, there needs to be everybody. There needs to be people all the way up on the big whale side who want to just like buy up a pile and sit on it and basically maintain a heavy sack, and then folks in the mid-range who try to accumulate a nice pile and basically collect and maybe occasionally sell some reflections here and there, or more likely not, try to let it pile up and see where it goes. And then some folks in the mid-range who collect along the way, who buy in at various stages, let it turn into a decent profit, sell their whole bag when they're happy with it, move on. And then we need to, though, start to look into what can we do to get users on the other side, the day-to-day users who are actually going to want to spend their SafeMoon every single day, or at least transact with it. Now we are going to have the SafeMoon card coming out, which is awesome. Do you guys think you will be using the SafeMoon card very often? And if you do, how do you plan to use it? Once you have the SafeMoon wallet set up here, we'll be able to move all of our SafeMoon onto the SafeMoon wallet there. Pokemining saying hold till supply is low. Pretty reasonable. So basically hold until your investment has become something more significant. But again, to get that supply low, we need some volume to get the burn machine rolling. How are we going to generate that volume here is the question. What is going to be the day-to-day use case? So I think what we should be really happy to see is what SafeMoon is looking into outside of the general speaking crypto space, which has been popping up a lot more recently with the satellites and the IoT. Coffee. You know, a lot of different cryptos have a wallet, not so many, but more than a few. Many are starting to show exchanges. Blockchain, not so much. And we talked about in the previous video how a blockchain where SafeMoon gets to be the currency, where that'll be a pumper for getting SafeMoon Volume underway, where $1 billion a day will be basically no worries. I think that'll be a big one. People won't actually be spending it per se, like going out and trying to do day-to-day transactions with it, but they'll be firing off little tidbits of SafeMoon left and right when they are operating on the SafeMoon blockchain. And I think that'll be pretty exciting. And then when SafeMoon finally makes it to space with the SafeMoon satellite network, I think there's a whole lot of potential up in space. Not able to speak a whole lot yet on what that could be, since we haven't gotten it unveiled yet. If it is going to be Project Owl with some sort of a mesh to that effect, and it runs the SafeMoon blockchain, again, SafeMoon would most likely be some sort of the gas. You know, you would pay your gas in SafeMoon. Would be great. Huge potential there, as long as it's pulling out of the same pool, which I assume it would be. Very, very cool. Lots of potential there, and that's how we would, in my opinion, start to see, like you're saying, Poke, get that supply low, and then I think that we would start to see a snowball effect come into play. Once the supply starts to get low, people who are having an investment, you say your investment's worth even $100 now or $1,000. Say in 5 years from now, I'm not making any kind of a prediction here, but depending on what kind of crazy business happens, we could drop a few zeros. That could be worth $50,000. That's going to knock a lot of people out of the game. You know, and even if they don't cash out, when the SafeMoon card is available and you can just go to the mall. Wait a minute. People don't go to the mall. What do? You can go to Amazon, right? That's what people do. Go to Amazon and take your SafeMoon card. And now that your $500 investment from 2021 in 3 or 4 years is now worth $10,000, $50,000, whatever, because SafeMoon popped off due to it having a blockchain and a satellite network and a whole bunch of other stuff. People are going to start spending it with the card. Whether they think they're going to be forever holders or not, they're going to start spending it. And that's going to create transactions. May not be creating burn because we know there's not going to be the 10% fee on the card, but it will get SafeMoon moving to fiat. You know, the SafeMoon card takes the SafeMoon out of those accounts, converts it into, in my case, would be US dollars. And that's it. It's so better than burn. And at that point, once it hits that snowball, basically call that the snowball point, because the users who are resisting the urge to go spend heavily with their card, they will start to see reflections and burn and everything else pour in. I wonder, just had a little thought come in. When you spend with the SafeMoon card, will other users collect reflections? I know that you don't pay a fee, but your SafeMoon is still converted to fiat currency before it is given to the merchant. Probably not. Would be interesting though. Just a thought. Fun thought. Anyway, once that starts happening, the people who resist the urge and continue to hold their SafeMoon through that initial growth, when it starts to become significant money, they will be the ones, I think, who make the way into like the life-changing money. It'd be fun stuff.